What is going on, everybody? It is me, Taylor Strange, owner of Monarch Beauty Aesthetics and owner of Results-Based Business Solutions. Today, I'm going to talk about how you can build your own all-star team at your med spa. All right, so like I had said before, my wife and I got started in 2021. It was my birthday, November 22nd, whenever we got our paperwork back from the state that said we were in business and good to go. So we opened the doors. We were in Sola Salon. And for those of you guys that don't know what Sola is, it is a single room that either massage therapist, injectors, hairstylists, they can rent these rooms out, pay by the week. Utilities are included, all that good stuff. So out of the gate, like I had said before, we had $40,000 to invest to start this business, and that was it. That was all we had. No collateral, no assets, 40,000, go. So with that being said, Sola Salon seemed like the best move for us, which it certainly was. So as we opened business, my wife, Kristen, she was the one seeing patients, and it was me that was dispatch. I would work from home, answer the phones, take care of all the back end stuff, and we made it work. And we continued like this for several months. And her and I have led several teams in the past and had several employees, hired several, fired even more, it seems like. And I have had challenges with that. It was not like I came into this space with experience and knew what I was doing. You know, I had several failures before Monarch came about, and we had a couple more as well. So, you know, we're 3 or 4 months into the business. We think we need to hire somebody, but we don't really know why or what. So we end up hiring a nurse that was a good friend of my wife. And you guys know how it turns out when you hire friends or family. It blew up in our stupid faces. It blew up, and it was not good. It was a very difficult situation for everybody. And it boiled down to a lot of different things, from poor leadership on our end to not making the right selection for the job on our end as well. So, I mean, we were fully responsible for everything that went wrong. So when I talk to different owners and I interact with different owners online, I see that staffing is their biggest issue. They have issues with their current staff, or people calling in, or just or stealing things, or trying to get patients from then going some other place. And it's just madness. I hear all the crazy shit, and I feel bad for you guys. It sucks. We are very fortunate to have a team of very loyal, very passionate and coachable staff. We have our employees are awesome, and I love them dearly. But the reason that we have them, and they are so good, because of a few different foundational things that we did and continue to do. And so number one with all of this is leadership skills. I can give you guys all the tools in the world to find the perfect talent and how to keep the perfect talent. If you don't have leadership skills, stop. Just be done. If you don't have leadership skills, take some courses, go to some classes, read some books, understand what it means to be a leader. And speaking for myself, I respect leaders that get into the trenches. They get in the trenches. They get their hands dirty. They're the first one there. They're the last one to leave. They are doing the work. And by extension, you earn the respect from your team. You know, these rules for me, or rules for thee and not for me, it doesn't work. You have to be accountable to the standard that you hold them to, if not higher. And I see a lot of that. Owners think because they're the boss that everybody's supposed to listen to them. It doesn't work that way. These are all relationships. These are all exchanges of energy. We have to get the respect, trust, and loyalty from our staff. And that only comes through solid leadership, day in and day out. Have to be consistent. So that's number one. I could ramble on about leadership for hours, and I probably will at some point, but that's rule number one. Rule number two, when you are going to hire somebody, you are filling a new role. What is it? What is the role? And not just what you're going to call their position, but what are their functions? What are they going to do every day? From the moment they clock in to the moment they leave, what the hell are they doing? Once you identify that, then you can move on. If what you want this individual to do is still obscure and you say, we'll figure it out when we get there, now you're setting yourself up for failure, because you need to identify what they're going to do, how their day looks, then identify who it is that needs to fill that role. So obscurity will kill you. Identify exactly what you need from that person. All right. Next is know what you need that individual, their duties to perform, just like I had said. So you have the need, we're overwhelmed with phone calls or we're overwhelmed with appointments. Therefore, we need this person here. What does their day look like? Just as I said, from start to finish. All right, this is the next rule, and it's probably the most important, and that is hire on attitude, personality, and coachability. I don't give a shit how much experience somebody has, how educated they are, how much they know, or who the hell they know, or even the book of business that they could bring into my business. If your personality sucks, if you're not coachable, you have a negative attitude, you have no part on my team. I will not sacrifice the morale and the culture that I've created for a few bucks. Doesn't work like that. So, and with yourself too, you don't want somebody that is a know-it-all, that's been there and done that. When it comes to my wife and I, we always want to be in a leadership position. Now, of course, other people are going to have strengths that perhaps we don't have. However, it's you that runs a business. It's your vision. It is your business. So you call the shots, man. So you need those loyal soldiers that will follow you to the gates of hell. Goes back to leadership. But a tiger does not change its stripes. You can't take somebody with a bad attitude that is a liar, that is inconsistent, and make them something better. Now, you can bring the best out in people, absolutely. And a great leader will do that. However, there are some hardwired personality traits that all of us have. And there's some that you need to look for, and there's some that you need to watch out for. And that's the thing. So during the hiring process, as you are interviewing, ask them questions about their personal life. You know, they're here for aesthetics. They like it. It's clear why somebody would want to be in this industry. You know, that's fluff to even talk about, honest to God. But get to know them. Do they have a family? What are their interests? What are they into? How is the job going that they're at now? What's their problem with it? What do they enjoy? And I'll tell you, when we hired our esthetician, Heather, and she's awesome. We love Heather. She's our salesperson. She's the one that closes the big deals for us. She is awesome. Love Heather to death. One thing that really stood out with me when interviewing Heather, although she had a lot of grievances with her current employer, and rightfully so, she told us like what was going on. I'm like, man, that sucks. She still refused to talk poorly about them. Okay. You know, she did not like them. She had been taken advantage of, but she refused to talk poorly about them. That spoke more to me about her character than anything else that she had said the entire time. And because of that one thing, I could tell you're a good person. And all the other boxes she checked, she was educated, she was skilled, although that's not the number one thing. She had everything that we were looking for. And to know that she would not talk poorly about her current employer, that she had every reason to, was just icing on the cake, man. You know, and that's what you're looking for. You're looking for good people, man. You're looking for good, quality, ethical, moral people. The reality is you're a small business, and if it should mean most everything to you in the world outside of your health and your friends and your family. Your business is what supports everything. Chances are you've dumped your entire life and all your money into it. You have to protect it. You have to protect it. And so your office culture is so important. Get good people on your side. I'm telling you. Okay, so another rule here is to be selective and patient. All right, for our office manager position, we had over 50 applications that came in. Out of 50, only 2 of them even had a snowball's chance in hell to get an interview with me. And out of those 2, there was only 1 that was a clear pick for the job. And that was Marissa. That's been upwards of about 2, maybe 2.5 years or so ago. She came on with us pretty quickly after about 6-7 months or so. And she's been with us ever since. We love her. She's awesome. She is the glue that holds this place together. She's the one answering the phones, getting the emails. We love Marissa to death. But with that being said, you're going to have to sift through some turds to find a good person. It just is what it is. Don't feel as though you have to hire immediately, because you don't. If you go onto Indeed and post a job opening, you get 100 people, and none of those 100 are the ones you're looking for. screw it. Go on to the next. Go to Monster or ZipRecruiter or what the hell ever. But be patient. Don't fill a position just for the fact to fill a position and now you feel good because, oh, I've got another employee and I've got an assistant or an office manager, yada, yada. Be selective. Otherwise, you will be paying the price later. Promise, because I have, and it sucks. It's not good for business. Not good for business at all. And the last thing I would say is only hire one position at a time. As you are scaling your business and it begins to grow, and no matter if you're having to replace one person that leaves, whatever it may be, you don't want to bring multiple new people on at the same time. Now, perhaps if you're scaled out where you have multiple layers of management, where you guys can piggyback off one another and you understand how to train this individual. But for most of us, if you're watching this YouTube video, you're a small business owner that owns med spas, I'm going to assume. Man, don't overwhelm yourself. Don't get shit screwed up. Train that one person, get them efficient before you move on to the next position. And in the case of being an owner, you need to absorb whatever that burden is that's not being filled by that position, or delegate it accordingly if it fits the role of that individual. But you're the business owner. You are the man, you are the woman, you are the person that's responsible for all of this stuff here. So do not try to do everything at once. You try to put too many new pieces in place at once, you're going to get your ass burned, and it's not fun either. So hire one at a time. And last thing I'll say, I didn't even write this down. This came to me here. Always prospect for good talent. 3 out of the 5 employees that we have were first patients in here. Kristen provided their treatment, gave them their treatment, and called me and said, hey, I think I got a perfect fit for this job here. Our newest assistant, as well as our injector, and I believe Heather, our esthetician, came in to get work done prior to her submitting an application. But she wasn't prospected. However, Kara and Jess both were. They come in, the wife's working on them, they're having a conversation, and it's like, I want you on my team. And so that's what we did. So always keep your eyes peeled for talent too. If you do know that 2 or 3 months down the road, you're going to need an assistant, an esthetician, an injector, whatever the hell it may be, a salesperson, always keep your eyes peeled. You know, we prospected Jess 4, 5, 6 months before we even hired her. So it's a process, and talent is very difficult to find. Loyal talent is even more difficult to find. So if you find somebody that has those qualities that you're looking for, even though it's months down the road, keep them in the pocket. They may turn out to be your best employee. All right, guys, that is all I got. If you want a free consultation with me, click the link down here and book with your boy Taylor. See you guys.